Hello everyone and welcome back to Ethereal Healing Arts. Again, my GoPro camera is not working. It's right here, but the battery is completely dead. I don't know what's going on with it. So for now I'll be filming on my laptop camera. I hope it's not too bad, but at least we still have the audio, so I'm really happy about that. But anyway, I'm so happy to see you guys here again. And today our message is about validation. So I was thinking a lot about validation today and looking back into my past and wondering why I used to desire other people's validation so much, and it came back to a lack of self-trust and a lack of self-confidence. And as I've talked about in my previous videos, trust and confidence are so important on this spiritual journey. They're more important than anything else. It's kind of related to the quote, or not the quote, but the saying, fake it till you make it. Truly, once you start faking it, and once you start practicing being a new, confident, and vibrant version of yourself, you will literally become that. You will literally trick your brain into becoming a new person. It's fascinating. And that's where I want to talk about mirror work. So mirror work, if you haven't heard of it before, is a type of self-therapy where you are rewiring the circuits in your brain and you're rewiring your self-image, because your self-image is basically your self-value, and your self-value is directly correlated to how other people treat you and how the universe itself treats you because of your newfound magnetism. So mirror work is basically looking in a mirror and coming to the mirror with a list of affirmations. So my mirror work affirmations used to be like about myself and about other people as well. So it was rewiring my whole self-concept in relationship to myself and others. So one of my mantras used to be, people are kind and people treat me with respect. People are kind and people treat me with respect. Or another one was, I can trust people. Another one was, I can trust myself. I'm the keeper of my own peace. I am beautiful. I am vibrant. I love my body. Things like that. So those are the things that I wanted to bring with me into my new life. And that is what I've brought with me. I've made so many kind and generous friends. I have realized that the world isn't out to get me. I feel beautiful in my own skin. I just feel like a brand new person, and it took me about 2 or 3 months of doing that mirror work every single day and adding new affirmations with sticky notes on my mirror. It took me about 2 to 3 months for me to stop feeling inclined to do that, because I generally stepped into that version of myself. So I highly encourage mirror work, and I also highly encourage the practice of writing down a list of all of the characteristics of your dream woman or your dream man or someone who you admire and look up to. If you saw a person with those traits that you write down, you would think, oh my god, that's the coolest and sexiest, most amazing person ever. I basically wrote a list of the sexiest, what traits are the sexiest in a woman, and then I started to slowly go through and become those things. Like, one of them was someone who takes care of her health first, who eats clean, who exercises regularly, who drinks a lot of water, who works on herself, who meditates, who does yoga, who spends time outdoors, things like that. Even more things that I'm not going to talk about today, but slowly, if you write this list of your dream person, and also what you would be doing if you were them, you can slowly become that new person. And even though you may feel like an imposter at first when you start practicing these new things that you've never done before, over time you will just become them, because practice makes perfect with everything. Practice makes perfect with playing the piano, with cooking, with writing, with doing math, and even those are weird examples, but even with becoming your new self. Simply, if on your list, for example, one of the traits was someone who's outgoing, you can literally practice being outgoing, even if you're an introvert. I used to be an introvert. I used to hate interacting with people, not because I hate people, but because I was so anxious and nervous and I cared so much about what other people think. But now I realize nobody gives a flying squirrel about me. Nobody cares about me that much, and it kind of ties into the idea that, oh, don't flatter yourself, like they don't care that much. But it's true. Like, maybe if you do something embarrassing, someone will think about it for 30 seconds and be like, oh, that was embarrassing, and then they'll just forget about you. It really doesn't matter. And so again, even with being outgoing, it takes practice of just practicing talking to people and getting out of your comfort zone, and soon enough it will turn into a habit. So it's basically like rewiring the circuits in your brain. And as for me, I am 24 years old, and my frontal lobe is still developing, so sometimes it literally feels like there's something growing in my head. And I'm sure it's possible for everybody, not only for someone who's young and who has their brain literally still growing. It's possible for everybody, and I highly recommend any of Dr. Joe Dispenza's books if that seems interesting to you, because he talks about quantum physics and the science of becoming yourself, the science of becoming your true self. And he talks about neural pathways, quantum physics, like I previously said, and so many more things that really opened my eyes to how enlightenment and the path of spirituality isn't just a mystical experience. It's literally real life. It's rooted in science. It's rooted in fact. And so back to the idea about caring a lot about what other people think and lack of trust. Once we start to practice things like confidence and trusting other people and trusting our own intuition, that is how we become the most confident and joyful and bright version of ourselves, because we're finally able to trust our own opinion instead of deferring to others because we're not sure about what to do next. The only person that knows what you want is you. I know it's really annoying, but your partner doesn't know what you want as much as you do. Your parents don't know what you want. Your friends don't know what you want. Only you know what's best for you. Only you know what's best for you. And it is possible that you've grown up in an environment where you were told that you don't know what's best for you and that you can't trust your intuition, because probably if you're here right now, you're the type of person to want to forge your own path and not stick to the rules of society and those rigid societal structures. And people like us are oftentimes ostracized and made fun of and ridiculed because we're making our own path. And so as people like us grow up, oftentimes when we're trying to forge our own path as children, we're told that it's not the right one, and therefore we can't trust our intuition and our belief system. And so over time, as we become adults, we create this story that we don't know what's best for us and that we must ask our friends and family and partners for their opinion about our life. But giving that power to other people has been one of the biggest problems with your journey so far, and one of the biggest pitfalls on the journey. And now I'm really happy that you're finally at the place where you're watching videos like these and you understand that only you have the power to change your life, and you're taking your power back from other people. You're being private, you're being quiet about your life, and you understand finally that it's not about what other people want, because they really don't care. They don't necessarily have your best interest in mind, not because they're evil or bad, but simply because they don't know you as well as you do. Each person has their own best interest in mind, because that's really how this life works. Each person cares about themselves the most, because each person is the center of their own universe. So this is your sign right now to get back into the mindset of knowing that you are the center of the universe. No one else is. Not your kids, not your partner, not your parents, not your best friend, not your friends, not your co-workers. No one else matters as much as you. And you are not selfish for putting yourself first. I remember when I first started the journey of setting boundaries and saying no and just sticking up for what I believe in, someone called me selfish for that, and I just remember smiling and being so happy, because I was like, oh my god, it's working. I'm setting boundaries, and the people who don't benefit from my boundaries are now getting angry and calling me selfish. It's working. An empath or someone who previously didn't have boundaries were going on their self-love journey, and being called selfish is actually a huge accomplishment. So if that's happening to you, just know that you're doing the right thing and you are not selfish. Loving yourself, putting yourself first, and setting boundaries is the number one biggest act of self-love that you could possibly make, and it might even be one of the first acts of self-love that you make on this journey, because after you learn how to set boundaries and protect your peace, because you know you deserve better and because you love yourself, so many doors will open for you, because the universe finally understands that you are ready for amazing opportunities, because you know how to keep yourself safe. And so that's kind of what I want to end by saying, that the universe now knows that you are ready for this next phase, this next chapter of your life. Year 9 is almost over. We have until January 2026, and then we go into year 1 again. And that's the beginning of a fresh new cycle of 9 to 10 years. So look back on the last 9 to 10 years of your life. I want you to do an inventory, see where you started, see where you are now, and decide what's next. You have your self-love now, you have your boundaries, you have your peace now, and the universe is going to offer you lots of new opportunities, but you have to choose what's next. You're ready. You're ready for your dream life. You're ready for your dream relationship, your dream job, your dream car, your dream house. You are now ready, because you finally understand the power of boundaries, the power of self-love, and the power of simply trusting yourself. You are the center of the universe. So when you trust yourself, you trust the universe. You trust divine timing, and you trust that everything will work out for you. If you truly want the best for you, that means that the universe will show you what's best for you more and more and more. And I know you're ready for that. I know you're easy. I know. I don't know why. I was about to say, I know you're easy to love. Yeah, I know you're easy to love. You are very easy to love, and I know that you're ready for an easy and gentle life. Only gentle lessons from now on, okay? I love you guys so much. Please, if you like this message, please like this video and subscribe if you can. And also, I would love to know where you guys are from in the comments below. So please leave some comments below. Let me know where you're from. I'm in Canada right now. Thank you again so much for watching. Don't worry, soon I will fix this video problem so we can get back to a higher quality standard. But yeah, thank you so much for your patience with me, and I will see you next time.